Welcome to my second video on Kubernetes on the ThreeFold grid. In this video, I will be showing you how to deploy a basic nginx server to the grid. Let's go. In order to proceed here, we will be using a Kubernetes YAML configuration file. This file already contains the specifications for everything we need, including the deployment, service, and ingress. As a result, with this single file, we can make a deployment and expose it to the public internet using a domain of our choice. Since this is not for a production environment and only for testing, I will be using nib.io today. By using nib.io, we can get around creating a dedicated domain just for this testing video. Instead, we can just use the DNS wildcard system. In order to do that, we just copy the public IP of our Kubernetes cluster and insert it into our deployment file. So let's open our deployment file in the terminal and find the right line. Here it is, host. Just remove these old hosts that I've used before for some testing and insert the actual IP address of our cluster. If you've never really worked with Kubernetes and deployments files before, it might be a little confusing for you, and I totally understand that. It has been the same for me. In this video, I just don't really want to get into the details of Kubernetes. I've just followed some tutorials online that you can do as well. So the main focus here will be on showing you guys how to deploy something like this on the ThreeFold grid. Okay, so let's proceed by first creating a namespace, and let's call it nginx-test. Okay. Next, we will simply apply our configuration file to our cluster by typing kubectl apply -f followed by the deployment file name. And as you can see on the terminal, a deployment, an ingress, and a service has been created. Let's go ahead and check them out by running kubectl get all from all namespaces. Alright, here you can see the containers are still creating in our namespace nginx test. So let's wait a bit and just run this again in a couple seconds. And when we do so, we should see that the containers are up and running. Let's verify. Nice, correct. They are running. Now our deployment is ready to be accessed from within the browser. Let's just head to the domain name we created in nib.io and check out if we can see our web server. And let's proceed. Okay, there it is. That's our nginx web server deployed on the ThreeFold grid. That's the end of this video. In the next video, I will be showing you how to create multiple worker nodes and have our nginx server deployed to them as well.